That last like 2 minutes is kind of what I mean by like he's so busy because he has to come back to his jungle and do just a full 6 camp clear if he wants to get any advantage extracted out of it.
I lost my ship.
And I think now
Santorin also he did some weird shit this game.
I see. Well, what do you think he should have done instead to like make that situation better for him?
I mean, I think it just depends. Like when you do this kind of invade, usually you have a goal in mind. Like if like the main reason is just controlling where they're going to go. So he did like their blue ROM and then did his Raptors and then his bot side and like showed himself by hitting the plant. So I don't know. He could have just he would have done like a different order, I think. Like he could have done blue ROM, maybe like gank through mid, then go to his bot side, and then like clear toward top or something like that. Maybe better.
I see. But it doesn't matter that Vi showed where she was, because I guess
well,
they
the thing is like
Words
the reason Santorin wanted to go back to his bot side is because Hunter Thieves has Prio bot with like Callisto lane, so they could use that to try to like invade the bot camp.
Wow, that was actually almost a kill. If
if
Huhi flash ignited or if that Q hit, that's a kill. Holy Jesus! Fuck. Is Core not completely trolling by not healing there? Does he have the reaction time to confirm like I dodged this Q? Or bad. I think he just dies there. I don't think really anyone has the reaction time to be like, yep, this Q's hitting. I'm gonna. Oh, that was nice.
Jungle Kingdom.
I don't think he even realized how much damage is about to come in.
Yeah, I think he just didn't know, and he lucked out with the Q dodge.
Yeah. So lucky.
Well, I mean, it's just a percentage chance that FBI chooses left or right on the.
Nothing but luck. No skill.
No, there's some skill in dodging.
Actually,
Callisto
no
Q
skill.
specifically, though, is one of those things where it's like, you probably are not going to be dodging that shit on reaction mid-range.
Yeah,
you're just making a guess.
Projectile. Oh, go.
This counter pick top might be good later. Honestly, I think that TL has a really great comp against Aatrox. Renata is really good against dive. Poppy counters Aatrox. Feels like even Salas and Urgot have a pretty good time just putting them in the meat grinder together.
Yeah, it might depend a little bit if he's ahead or not, because if he ever gets ahead, like, Aatrox is good against a bunch of melee champs, easy for him to hit Qs, multi-man cores.
I see. I think that the fact that Zeri's in so many of the playoffs games, like, you always know that Zeri can do some stupid shit.
That's true.
That is a huge win condition. What the fuck is going on here? I haven't seen this in a really long time. So mid swapped bot with TP coming up in like a minute. What's
I wonder why.
Yeah, what's the plan here? They swap their duo mid. I guess in a way it pushes Silas. It pushes Silas out of that lane because Silas doesn't want to lane versus Callisto. He's calling, okay, can you guys come match? And now they have a really early 1-3-1. I haven't seen a really early 1-3-1 start. I don't know, probably like a year or so. It just doesn't really happen.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, especially with Dragon and Herald both already taken.
Like they're actively searching for this too.
Yeah, it seems like it was it like a tempo
dead,
thing?
no? If FBI just presses ult here, Bjergsen just dies. Does he not realize that?
He has flash.
It's a dodge this. Oh,
it doesn't matter. Like,
Alright.
he just didn't realize that he was in danger there.
Yeah, wow.
But like,
They were caught real off guard by that one.
I feel like at the same time, like, him not realizing that makes even less sense considering Ahri showed mid. So, like, where does he think that the enemy bot lane is, you know? Like, he saw Ahri mid.
Confused, but that was fucking weird.
I could more understand him dying to that if Ahri is in his face. Because then he's like, oh, well, Ahri's in my face. That means bot lane's probably mid. But, like, by process of elimination there, that really didn't make too much sense. The only explanation I can have is, like, maybe TL had called that Callisto's basing. Right, like, that's the only bait call that I can see.
It was a very confusing scenario. I don't know if anyone was really thinking straight.
Yeah, I think it's probably just one of those things that like he hasn't seen some shit like that in so long that like he didn't recognize this play. Because like obviously like when you see it from our perspective, it's like it's obvious that's gonna happen, but I mean it's a pretty fucking unusual play. It's good, but not really awesome.
Yeah.
Teal's response to that was right, like instantly trying to match the swap. Seemed almost troll.
Well, as you can see there, though, Silas cannot lane versus Callista. That's just
but it's not like he's laning, he just got ganked, you know? Like, he would just be farming on a turret.
Oh, I thought you meant their initial reaction, which is to send Bjergsen to side to get out of the Callista matching.
Yeah, but, like, they didn't... What I'm saying is, like, he didn't even attempt to sit in the lane for, like, even a second. Like, Bjergsen. Like, he just instantly tried to get out of there. And it might not have been his call, but, like, the team-wide decision to instantly change lanes seemed kind of weird, considering it's a fucking pre-10-minute swap.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I'm always really impressed by FBI's ability to just like play a situation out. I noticed this about him last playoffs too, where like he gets in weird situations, but like he doesn't. I think he's like one of those players that just gets it. Like he just understands the game. He's not one of those dumbass AD carries that needs to be microed or told what to do at all times. Like I think that is particularly like a AD carry type of fucking mentality, or like it's a situation made worse by the fact that like you're playing with a support that can just always tell you what to do. So you know, playing the game on training wheels, you never really have to learn. But I think it was cool that Abadage went bot, he picked up mid, they pushed out the wave and had a fast swap bot, and he saw the opportunity to ult and kill the overextended Silas. So like that, the whole situation there was like really weird. Plays well. Yeah. I don't think it was pre-planned at all. Like it's not one of those like 5 head things. We're gonna bait him bot, or we're gonna bait him bot. Like we're gonna fucking play this push. Like no, he just played it all like impromptu.
I wonder how much of it was the fact that they had the Herald, so they're just thinking like, you know, they want to get tempo somewhere, so they just like send their duo into mid, and then they either like, if you hold up.
Yeah, it's fuck.
I heard something about scrims that I should have said right before we just saw this, but I'll let this play out first. That was so cool. Wow, 100 Thieves plays so fast. I love it. Like, look at that again.
Yeah.
They have a window with through bot lane. Like, I gotta point out again, it's FBI and Yugi who kind of like get a timing to go top. It just so happens that both solo lanes are there too, which is like totally crazy and random. But it was really FBI and Huhi's move that enabled that dive to happen. They just push and they fucking go.
I always think this is like, it's my favorite way to play, and I think the hardest thing to play against is when like the other team is just like not really playing to lane, if that makes sense. Like anytime they get prio, they're just like actually trying to move around and just like show up randomly. Like these plays 100 Thieves are making, it's like, yeah, if you put all the moving pieces together, you can figure out that this is possible, but at the same time, like there's a lot of things that are possible when you're just moving around everywhere and like you got vision control.
Yeah. It's a snowball effect, right? Like they already had a pre-existing like vision in their jungle, or like wards slipped out on that
items.
side. What'd you say?
I said Vi items.
Oh yeah, that is
Not that rare.
They nerfed the shield bow, or not shield bow, the Chemtech, whatever the fuck that's called, Chempunk's Chainsword. Really troll name, but they nerfed that as a rush item for junglers. But no, this game makes sense, right? There's a lot of healing going out, and Vi actually has great benefit from every single stat that it gives. So I don't hate it, but I do think she's gonna be really
I think it's
Only
okay.
Silas, isn't it?
Well, I think
Renata has
Jerry. Yeah. It doesn't.
Oh, the summoner. Wow. It's a lot of healing.
Yeah, I don't think it's that good, to be honest. Like I think before the nerf it was pretty good, but Sunder is just so good on Vi.
Yeah, actually,
You give up Sunder by doing this kind
You
of
are
build.
right. You are right. I would so much rather see him have a fully completed Sunder right now. That's like a massive spike.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess one thing to mention on it though is like he is in that situation we talked about during the TSM series where like he's basically the sole engage, right? And he's up against like he's up against some people that are gonna fuck him pretty hard. So I don't really mind just going like a very tanky build.
Yeah. It seems like they're playing pretty well off of the whole Vi Lulu thing. Already saw it twice where Lulu's kind of using Vi as a proxy for her abilities. That doesn't make sense. It needs to be tanky to stay in or get in. I wanted to point out though that a few days ago I was talking to some LCS players, not going to say who, but they said that when Core plays Renata or really any enchanter, he seems really lost, which is super weird. I was like saying, like, didn't Core win Worlds on the enchanter meta with like Lulu, Janna, Ardent Sensor meta with Ruler? But I guess it just was never really Core's strength to play range supports, and he just looks like, I mean, basically they said he looked boosted when he played range supports. I thought that was super funny.
Oh.
Like always out of
They
position.
hit the dragon and they leave. Can they heist it?
It was a big heist, yeah.
Looks like a successful heist.
Actually down so much gold.
Yeah,
Their tempo is going to be real fucked after that one. 100 Thieves could just look to die.
I think 100
mid-here.
Thieves actually should feel like they're punching themselves right now for letting that go. Like that made no sense that TL gets out without using a single flash. Like I could see them losing a 50-50 on drag and then getting fucked for it, but in this case they actually just walked away. They lost a 20% HP mid turret that was gonna die anyways to the next any timing that anyone has. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get a better situation than enemy team tanking Dragon 4K down. I think that should be a lot better of a result for 100 Thieves than that, but hopefully they don't lose the game off of just that one mistake.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to give drag. At the same time, though, I don't think it's that good for TL either. Like, they lost so much tempo doing that. Like, they got the dragon and they got out, but they were like fucking 1 HP. They like full committed everyone to just like only get the dragon, and then everything that's happened afterwards is kind of a result of that.
So that's a very low value stopwatch. Just kind of backs off. They just get what they can get. I feel like 100 Thieves so often is just 5 on one screen, right? This is the second time, 18 minutes in, second time that you just see them just 5 now. It's just... Oh!
TL.
What the fuck? That doesn't seem very good, but...
Yeah, they gotta get out.
Oh my god!
Holy
Wimbo
shit,
completely
Wimbo
failed his combo.
fucking
That...
fumbled it.
Okay, and Core has to flash out that.
Actually,
somebody's
dude,
trolling!
it's
Somebody's
'cause of
trolling!
cleanse.
Wait, what? Does he really get to live that? That fucking makes no sense. What?
Holy shit, gore drinker, bro.
Dude, no way! Somebody
TL
actually
damage
gets to
too,
live
right?
that. Yeah, if Hans had literally any fucking item on top of what he has, if he has literally a fucking Zeal, yeah, like this item would have changed that.
1 crit. 1 kill.
I think the way 100 Thieves is grouping, like, it makes sense in the sense that, like, say you're TL, right, and you're playing against this, like, they have so much fucking force with Vi, Callista, Ahri, like... Oh, dude, if he did that on anyone other than the guy with cleanse, that would have been fine.
No, but can you see the disconnect on TL? Whippo E flashes in while Bjergsen is running away. Like it's just is so disjointed. I just don't have a lot of faith in TL. As I predicted before the series started that 100 Thieves is gonna win. The main reason is just when I watch them team fight, it doesn't make sense. It's not 5 world-class players playing on the same team together. It's like 5 solo queue players doing completely random shit.
Are your guys' Discord shaking itself?
No. Yours?
That's fine.
Like, you guys sounded kind of robotic or something, occasionally.
Fine on my end.
Fine on my end.
Do you want me to turn off the DDoS I'm hitting you with?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah, that's my bad. I forgot.
Okay.
100 Thieves showing a lot of restraint and poise in this early game. If they can keep up... Oh, fuck, it's gone.
Dude, what? You even finished reading that shit post. Come on.
I mean, the restraint and the poise is... Quite.
Boys.
No, they are playing really well though. Like I love watching a team that like plays super coordinated and like
yeah,
it's just fast to pull the trigger.
I think before this series, they were doing this whole breakdown of like who has the advantage, right? And I think it was pretty unanimous. Everyone thought 100 Thieves top jungle is performing better than Bwipo and Centauran. It's like, okay, bot lane's pretty even. Okay, I can see that. Especially, you know, with kind of a little bit of faith that Core will turn it on in the playoffs. And then I feel like for mid, I was thinking that Bjergsen has been playing better than Abbedagge. Like, there's a couple games in my mind where Abbedagge kind of ran it down, and there's a game where he got kind of carried by the fact that he was playing Seraphine mid, and they came back from a really crazy deficit. I just thought Bjergsen had been playing better. But
yeah, I mean,
I
I do sort of wonder how much of this game is like, you know, before we were talking about when like every team was permabanning Kalista, and then it's like, you know, do you take that gamble of leaving up Kalista and being like, you're basically asking the team like, can you play it? Like, can you correctly play Kalista? And 100 Thieves definitely are. Like, they've had early pressure with Kalista all game. They're using it to like rotate around, take objectives. I think this game honestly would look pretty different if not for that.
And
so
I think it's
I'm not like
amazing
totally writing Kill out.
that they took Lulu away from Zeri. They switched the supports. And I think if you switch the supports the other way into what's normal, Kalista Renata into Zeri Lulu, then you actually have a fucked up win condition where Zeri Lulu can super outskill you. But I think when you switch it this other way, I've never seen anyone play Kalista Lulu in competitive actually. This might be the first time. It's been a really, really long time since I've seen it at least. So
yeah, it's a pretty weird combo.
It's weird, but they make it look good. So they are really comfortable with this pick. I really like the answer that they have. It feels like Reaper specifically always has like pretty banger drafts for playoffs. But yeah, back to what I was saying about Bjergsen. Like, I actually think he's been getting gapped quite hard this game, and